Hello and welcome to a very rushed episode of Early Morning Minecast. Today what we're going to be handling is making a farm so you don't die as much. So your first goal is hope that spiders don't kill you on your way out. But really, oh god, speaking of spiders killing me on my way out, something to take care of before we go. First things first, let's explain all types of food. This is a pig. When you slaughter a pig, oh that sounded wrong, it drops something like this. A pork chop. A raw pork chop. If you eat a raw pork chop, it heals 1.5 hearts. But if you cook this raw pork chop, it heals 4 hearts, if I remember correctly. So it's much better to go back to your place, use a fork in a sec, and make delicious pork. Now, something that will save your butt starting out is a farm. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go back and get some fences to fence our farm while there's 17 spiders around the place. God damn it. Hop in. Alright. So, we'll make a very basic farm for now. Not very large, but that's beside the point. That's a creeper, don't want to touch that. So, the entire point of a hoe is for your farm. Granted, some people think the hoe is the most useless tool, but if used correctly, it can be your best, just nicest thing when starting out. Okay, actually I don't need these right now, I'll use that later. But, so what you do is you right-click on the grass and it'll make tilled dirt. Tilled dirt can be used to plant crops. To plant crops, you need seeds, and to get seeds, you need to till grass. So, granted, it's just an endless cycle until you get enough dirt. Dirt will not stay tilled unless it is near a water source. So, our current goal, get a water source. You cannot do this until you get at least 3 iron for a bucket. Now, what we do, carve out a space, not dissimilar to this, preferably 2, maybe even 3 if we're feeling awesome. Now what you want to do, run down to your nearest water source, hopefully you have one near you. Suck up a bit of water. Come on back and place it preferably in the center of your thingy so the water spreads across the whole thing. You want to do this for all of your crop areas. Later on, I'm doing this outside, which is generally a bad idea. You usually want an indoor one to prevent spawning, because when you walk over your crops or tilled land, it generally switches back to normal. But you'll see our farm later. There, we have our water supply. What we want to do now is till all the land and hopefully get some seeds in the process. These are seeds. You like seeds. Seeds are your friend. You just keep on doing this till you have the entire area around your little water thingy tilled. And hopefully you'll get some seeds in the process. If you don't have enough seeds, like me, your goal should be to run around in circles like an idiot, smacking every piece of grass you find with your hoe, much like this, and try and get some seeds. It's a very long and grueling process at times, but in the end it is well worth it. Because if you do this right, you may get a near infinite supply of food. Okay, 15 seeds is good for a start. So, all this land is tilled. What you do is you right-click here, place the plants. Now you see this. Very delicious, yes. It doesn't look like it's much right now, but as time progresses, these will get bigger and bigger until they are eventually very brown on the tops of them. Once they're like that, and I'll show you what I mean in a later video, you punch them. That will give you generally 1 piece of wheat and usually 2 seeds. So as you grow, you'll be able to plant more and more and more and more, which leads to an ever-expanding, farm. What you do with that is, I'll do a quick example back at the house using faux wheat, considering we don't have any wheat, because we're not cool. But it takes time. Also, hi Galen. So what you do?
So, did you pick
Sure.
up some of that stuff?
I'm going to show you our storage here in a sec, but first, what I mean by a 3 is just like this. Do this with wheat and you'll get a loaf of bread that heals 3 hearts. But the nice thing about it is you can just make tons and tons and tons and tons of bread. The other nice thing about wheat is you can eventually make cake with it, which is like the fancy food. I'll explain that in a sec. I'm going to show you the basis of a good house. You generally want a top floor with at least 1 workbench and at least 1 forge, but preferably more, so you can forge faster. I like a wall of forges because I'm extravagant. Generally, that's all you need on your first floor. Floor down. A storage, preferably labeled. We're working on that right now. We really do like organization, so that way when you're in a hurry, you can quickly grab things. Down here, we're going to make a water and lava compressor. What you do for that is just fill these up with water, and then whenever you want it, you can just grab some, and it'll instantly refill itself. Same for lava. And the 4th floor can be whatever you want. We like to use it for redstone storage. And on the floor below that is your in-house mine, whenever you need to mine during the night. I'm going to quickly explain cake, and hopefully some of the crops will start growing so I can show you what they look like midway. So, cake. The food of kings. What you do with it? It's probably the hardest food to make. What you need to do, find a cow. This is step 1. Take your bucket, yeah. Right-click on the cow with your bucket to try and milk it. Sometimes the cows will not give you any milk. It's kind of lame, really. But that's beside the point. This cow obviously doesn't want to give me milk. What a dick. Next, you want eggs. Eggs are laid by chickens sometimes when they're just randomly walking around. Basically, you just need luck for eggs. After that, you're going to need some wheat. 3 wheat to be eggs, but not for a loaf of bread, just so you can lay it out. You just need 3 wheat, 3 wheat, 3 buckets of milk, 1 egg, and 2 pieces of sugar. Sugar is made from another very random and hard to find material known as sugarcane. Where did you put the sugarcane, Galen? Alright.
I have it. Hold on.
This is sugarcane. It looks vaguely like bamboo. You'll find it while wandering around. In order to get sugar from sugarcane, you just place 1 piece on your crafting table. There's your sugar. You want 2 of these for each cake. Cake is very nice. Let's see. So, cake. Let's hope we can go find some pigs so I can at least show you the basis of a cake, excluding the wheat. Hey, look! One of the crops is already almost complete. That right there, my friends, is the stage before completion. About 2 more growing cycles, and it will be complete and ready for harvesting. So let's see if we can find a cow or 2 before this video will end, and I will explain what cake does. Cake is very delicious. You place it on the ground near you. And what cake does is it only heals 1.5 hearts, which doesn't seem all that great, just like a raw pork chop. But you can use it 6 times before it goes away. So basically, it's like a quick heal, just in case you need it. Heal up that last little bit so you don't have to waste a full pork chop and other things. Got my buckets of milk, my 2 sugar, my egg. The only thing I'm missing is wheat. When I eventually have it, I will just quickly make a cake to show you. And yeah. Anything else before we sign off on this one? Yeah. Sorry for the complete and total
That was
information
good.
dump, everyone, but food is something I really wanted to get out of the way. Yes. Maybe we'll get... At least it was informative.
So
That was
if you,
basically our
enjoyed the
first
video-
tutorial vid, for the most part. Yeah. Anything you want to add before we go, or?
Well, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and we'll have more like this coming along. And you know, if you enjoy Minecraft, subscribe to us,
Exclusively.
because this channel is exclusively
Also,
Minecraft.
buy it.
So
If you haven't already. Haha. Anyway. Good luck to you all, and don't get eaten by spiders.
Minecraft is lovely.